Let me go. I don't want this no more. I don't want this no more.
I'm big on life, what I need to go right. No, my life I had to fight, but I don't want this no more. No, I don't want this no more. Ain't no loyalty out in these streets. Ain't no peace, ain't no relief. And I don't want this no more. No, I don't want this. Let me get to the other side.
What up, what up, what up? It's your girl, Latricia Johnson Miller, and welcome to the Other Side, Ladies Edition. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yes, yes.
Again, I am Latricia Johnson Miller.
And I am Whitney Nycole, and we're super excited to have just, some female energy. We had to get rid of all that testosterone. Like I said, it's ladies' night at candlelight. It's ladies' night at candlelight. Like, we want to bring a whole different vibe, and this is definitely for the ladies. We want to kind of dive right into it.
Yeah. But before we dive right into it, like, comment, and share. Don't forget, like, comment, and share.
Please do that. We definitely need them likes, comments, and shares to keep
Now,
this thing
ladies,
going.
it's Ladies Edition. Have you ever had a connection with someone that you just could not shake? I don't care what you did. You cried about it. You sung about it. You showered to music about it. And you just could not shake that person. Or have you ever been somewhere and the energy is off? Let's talk about it.
So let's talk about the energy of the person that you can't shake. I've definitely been there. I think that specifically, I believe in soul ties. I believe that the energy and that spiritual connection that you share sexually with someone stays there until you do some form of release, whether it's prayer, whether it's meditation, and just being intentional of releasing certain things, because sexually we take on things from people.
We do.
Negative energy, good energy. Because I know I have dealt with dudes and, dealt or dated a guy, and I kind of felt like I was being more negative, and I had this thing on me, and I think some of the things that he carried unknowingly, I kind of took on. And it's just not a good feeling. So having to shake yourself from that and wean yourself off of that is difficult. But you have to be intentional in it. And you also have to be aware. So a lot of people are not aware.
A lot of people are not aware.
So what do you suggest in terms of awareness of it? Or for the people who don't believe that is even a thing?
Well, we know it's a thing. And I'm going to give you an example of how we know it's a thing. Have you ever... And it doesn't even have to be sexually, but have you ever been around someone so much you start talking like they talk? You start saying phrases like they say. Your mannerisms even start being similar to their mannerisms. And it could just be a friend girl. And, for example, you know what I'm saying? Have you heard that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people... They pick it up, and now the only thing you hear is, you know what I'm saying? Because you've picked that up. You didn't lay down to pick it up, but you picked it up.
And that's even something so simple. So imagine the other negative and very toxic things that you can take from someone that you don't even realize that you're doing, and now, incorporating in your own life. And now how do you become aware of it and stop it and be able to move forward? Because anything that, of course, that's negative, you're going to have to stop it. You're going to have to find a way to find something to separate you from this person. And sometimes you got to unfollow people on social media.
You do.
And block them in real life.
And block them in real life.
In real life. You have to...
without explanation.
You don't have to explain anything. I did what I did and said what I said. And
I'm saying when you see them out.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to... First of all, if anybody asks me why I blocked them in person, I'm just going to be like, you lame. But don't ask me that. That's whack. Accept this block and move on, And
it may not feel good.
Yeah.
It goes back to healing. Healing does not feel good.
But healing can also feel good at some point when you get to that place.
But the initial... Okay, I got to detox this person out of my system.
Yeah.
It does not feel good. That's why the ABC stores were open while we were quarantined. Because people who drink a lot would have had withdrawals.
Yeah.
And that could have been deadly. And withdrawals do not feel good. They're painful. So to detox yourself from someone's energy, from someone's persona, from someone, period, it's not going to always feel good. It's almost like a death. You're going to grieve.
But you got to be okay
But
with
you
that
got
grieving.
to be okay with
And
that.
I think that is even not even on the personal healing. I think it's the physical things you have to do aside from blocking them. You have to remove certain items from your space. If you're in
Delete
a home,
the whole text message.
but not even that. What about physical things? So you're in a home with someone. Let's say you share the space with someone, and they're who they are is going to be in that house.
It is.
If you say that you're moving on and you say that this is what you're trying to do, you're going to have to remove those things, because understand and know the next person that you bring into your life is going to be like, your actions and what you say you want do not match up with the energy that you have around you. And energy is deeper than just the person being there.
It is.
The energy is deeper than you still having conversation with them.
It is.
When it's showing in your home, it's showing in your space. Be mindful of that. I ain't saying throw every piece of clothing that the person ever bought you. You don't, if you want to. You looking like burn it. But I think you have to think about, why is this important to let that go? You have to do, it's like the law of attraction. I don't know if you believe in it or understand that. You are attracting that. And if that energy, that thing, that's whatever it is, that picture, that photo is still actively in your space, even if sometimes you're not seeing it, you have to let some of that go.
You do.
And it's not, and if you have like maybe children involved and they want certain memories, sure, allow them to have it. But your space, you gotta have good energy.
You gotta have
good energy.
Changed energy.
And also too, it's not also in dating, because at the end of the day, you can be in groups with girls and the energy be terrible. And it's like, if you in a group with girls and we supposed to be friends, and the energy is so bad, and sometimes it can be isolated to one person. It doesn't matter if that person has been your friend for so long.
It doesn't.
Sometimes you can't hang out with old girl. Let Keisha go. You know what I mean? Not really Keisha, but like whoever. But you gotta let her go, because she can't be in your space, because it's negative.
Or better yet, let me ask this question. Have you ever had a friend girl, and y'all go meet your friend girl who brings her friend girl along, and everybody else knows that the visitor friend girl has negative energy toward you, or hater energy?
First of all, that's so lame. I really hate
Towards
that.
you.
I really do not do friend drama. And the very isolated incidents that I've had with friend drama have kind of been like that. And I will nip it in the bud. Are you kidding? Like, I'm going to address you, because it's unnecessary.
It is.
Just because other people, everybody in a friend group ain't going to be friends. That's unrealistic.
No,
we
they're
can
not.
be friends, but that doesn't mean I'm friends with your friend. I just don't know her. We don't hang out like that.
No,
And it
I'm
shouldn't be
saying
an
the
issue.
friend has hater energy toward
Well, yeah,
you.
and that's what I'm saying. And that's because they're not cool. They're not friends. But it's no need for it. It's really not even that serious. But it happens.
It happens
And women,
all the time.
we really gonna have to work on our energy, because in corporate spaces too, I find that very difficult. One, as a young black woman, it's the energy I can't even explain. Like, well, man,
It's like we always have to try to prove a point. I'm in
Yeah.
charge. Okay, I don't care that you're in charge. Just make sure my check hits direct deposit. I don't care that you're in charge.
Yes, I've been in situations.
I don't want to be in charge.
Even
I want to
if
be CEO.
Even if I do want to be in charge, I mean, what's the energy and what's that negative thing for? And sometimes it really do be black women, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
A
Like,
lot of
a lot
times
of my
it is.
situations have been specifically with older black women, and I'll be like, "Ma'am, you can be my mother. Why are you doing that to me? Why is there
It's like
such
they
a
have to break you.
Okay, but you about to get broke because
Yeah,
they got the right one.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm not paying you no attention. And if you know me, if you truly know me, you know this right here is not what you want.
Yeah, and it's that energy is unnecessary. You don't want to go to work and be dealing with that. You don't want
But
to
you
be
know
in your
what?
friend group
That
dealing
same
with that.
energy, unfortunately, we take it, that same I got to be in charge energy, we take it into our relationships unconsciously.
Sure. I think
And
even
I think
consciously.
and I think that's why men think that we are angry black women. Sometimes.
No, they might have mommy hurt too, so don't always just put that on
Sometimes.
the
No, I'm
other.
saying
Yeah.
sometimes.
So I think that it could be I know I gotta take over spirit. I tell my mom I know I got it from her. I be like, I can go in this place like, I think they should have did that. And I was like, oh, why I do that? But it's sometimes, and even if I don't verbally say it, it's just I think that. And even maybe in relationships, sure, I think that it's nothing wrong with being a strong Black woman.
No,
but I
there's
don't
nothing
think you
wrong
have
with it,
to
but we do have to
rule
learn
with
how
that.
to. We do learn how to sit down somewhere sometimes,
Well,
because in relationships, okay, we'll say, well, I want him to do this, that, and the 3rd,
Mhm.
but we also have to give them the opportunity and the space. But you have to know who you're dealing with at the same time.
yeah. But I also think in terms of energy and what people put out, a lot of men say, "Oh, I want a strong woman." No, you don't.
I don't think
They
some
don't
of them know
what
what
that means.
strong woman is.
Yeah, you can, and that can be an independence that woman has, and that's an energy that she carries. But a lot of times, if you are insecure and not really sure who you are, man, you don't want you really don't want that, because that woman is assertive in a way, and it's not honestly trying to take over. It's just she's just assertive and she's speaking to you in that way. It's respectable, but if you're uncomfortable in yourself, that assertiveness can come off a lot to a man.
Oh, it can come
But
off as
does she
bossy.
dim herself for that? I
I'm
don't
not-
think so. I don't think
Well,
so.
you know what? That's a catch-22, because we always say it's not what you say, it's how you say.
Sure.
But if we always are rah, 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 okay, then
Yeah.
it's a catch-22. So I think we have to be mindful of how we say what we say. But men want to be needed. They want to be needed. Now, I don't care how strong we are. They want to be needed, and we want to need them.
Well, I know I struggle with that. I'm gonna be very transparent. What do you want me to do? Okay, I'm here. But I mean, I'm like, is this some other displaced hurt you got? Like you're needing that? Because I'm here. I'm right here. I'm here when you need me. But what else do you want me to do?
But do you need him? Do you ever need him? What do you need
I
him
can't
for?
say that I ever felt like I needed him.
And I'm not saying like need, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't do anything. But they want you to, they want
Yeah.
a chore. They not necessarily, I don't know how to explain it, but they want to be able to do.
Yeah, I think that even when I have given that space to say that, I feel like I've always been kind of let down. And perhaps unconsciously I put it, we'll roll this back up. Because when I needed you and I was vulnerable in saying I needed you,
Okay.
you were not there for me. Because it became your needs. It's a tricky thing, and that's why I always say, like, you can't give that energy and energy. I can't give and give. But when you want me to be all docile in this, but when I'm doing that, I don't get anything. Because it's about you.
Okay.
That's
So,
a personal.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So, and I guess with me being in the space that I'm in, the tire is flat. I don't care where I'm at. I
Yeah.
can be in Georgia. I can
Yeah.
be in Tennessee. I can be in. I don't care where I'm at.
Right.
I can be around the corner. I wrecked my car one time, and I didn't call the police. I called my husband and was like, I wrecked my car.
But guess what, though? I want that. Because I'm tired of dealing with my car. I'm tired of calling
Yeah.
my daddy about it. I know he'd be like, if you don't. So I'm in the need of that. Absolutely. I am looking forward to the day that I can, you know what, you got it. I want to be able to need him in that way, for him to help
And
me.
they come through.
And they come through. Because I've always done that on my own. Always took care of anything that was car related. Even if I have my daddy helping me. But I'm still the one doing it. You know what I'm saying? I've never had that, unfortunately. And it goes back to what we talked about another week. Is a guy said, you don't need anything from me. Well, you see that I'm doing it. I mean, it's not easy. You also don't offer. You also don't give me the space that I feel even comfortable. You don't give that to me.
Yeah.
It's always been me giving. And not even always like tangibly, it's more like emotionally more I give. So
I don't know. I'm currently working on my tone.
I'm asking God to help me every day.
I'm currently working on my tone, my communication, and my tone. Because, again, I know I have an aggressive personality, and it can come off like one motherly, one nagging. But these last few weeks,
You've been intentional in it.
I've been
Come
very,
on now.
I've been very intentional in it because I do go to therapy,
Good.
and those are the things I talk about to my therapist because I don't want to come off aggressive like that.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever heard the saying, you can get more bees with honey than shit. Excuse my French.
That's true.
So I want to keep that honey mixed all up in there.
I think I naturally have a certain type of personality. I had someone tell me, "Oh, you're a lot." But wait, are you? I'm thinking, is it because you're not enough? You're using that of my personality as a negative thing to say to me, like you're a lot. But I'm like, I just talk and you don't talk as much. So it's like, does that make me a lot? Does that
No.
make me have
And the
to
thing is-
be quiet now?
But a lot or not, it's still somebody out there that can handle a lot.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm a lot.
And you
I'm a
got
lot.
somebody that's handling it, right?
And I got somebody, I'm a lot, but I know when to sit my tail down somewhere without him saying the word.
Yeah. That's right. And I think everybody know when they're doing too much. We all know, okay, when you being extra.
He give me that look, and I'll be like, well, you know what? I'll be upstairs.
It's true. But I mean, I think that my energy is just what it is. We can control certain things in our energy. I can be mindful about what's around me, who around me, what I'm saying, and be more mindful about how I say things. But I mean, I also want somebody who is receptive to my energy when it
Yes.
comes to dating. Because at some point, you can't change every single thing
No, you
about
can't.
yourself. Because now you're somebody
No, you
else.
can't. But how you talk to people, we
can work
it's
on
a
that.
must. Because that's across the board. That's
Mhm.
not just in a relationship. That's in a
Mhm.
workship.
Oh, yeah.
That's in a family ship.
Mhm.
So that's something that helps out across the board. So, and then stop with the excuses. That's just how he is, or that's just how she is.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that
Mhm.
it's right because that's how they are. They weren't always like that.
Yeah. Especially when there is no being open about what that looks like to other people. I know that me and Eric have talked about like how our family dynamic is. It's naturally a lot, right? So when people come into that, it's very, I can't save you. Like you're going to have to be able to talk fast, jump in the conversation. It's a lot of going, some praying, some singing, a lot, the TV on. So like if you come into my family, it's a lot. So I'm just saying, be open to receiving certain things. Be open to differences. Be open that everybody is not the same. And that if you want to be a part of it, if it's you're dating someone or if it's a friendship, and you're wanting to, have that, you have to be open to it because you can't bring your negative energy and try to kill the thing
Right.
because that's not something you're used to.
Right.
It's not
That's
fair.
why exposure is important.
Come on, people need to get out.
Exposure is important.
People really need to get out
Yes.
and see different things because
They
everybody
do.
don't live the same.
They don't.
And I've had to learn that the hard way because I thought everybody was like my family, and boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, exposure is very important
Yeah.
because you still have people in South Carolina living in shacks in certain parts of
Jesus.
South Carolina because they were not exposed to anything better. They don't have anybody that can push them to a higher standard in their circle.
Wow. Now that's another topic because you're gonna have to see out of what you see.
Out of what you see.
You're gonna have to see beyond that. Life is so much more.
Even with
People
us
are-
taking vacations, get
Yeah.
out of High Point. Go see something else
Mhm.
because you never know what that may spark in you
Mhm.
to help lead you towards your destiny. Everybody's destiny is not here.
And it's nothing wrong with people. I want to say that there's nothing wrong with people still living in their hometown. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have to explore. Even if it's just to a few cities away. There's people I know that's never been to Charlotte. As weird as it, yeah, oh yeah, because they're not open. Yes, that's
Oh, wow.
no. I mean, you would not believe people have never been out of the city in terms of like the triad.
Oh, wow.
It could be older people. It's a fear. They're just very comfortable with what they're doing. But you gotta, in terms of energy, as we're talking, you gotta create new energy.
Mm-hmm.
See what things you may like, you don't like, but you have to be open to this stuff. Because I think you can live in a box, and that's fear, and that's just
And you will
small-mindedness.
not be satisfied in life because eventually you'll be resentful and bitter because at the end of your life, you're not going to say, well, I should have worked harder.
Hmm.
You'll say, I should have done more. I should have
Mhm.
explored more. I should have loved more.
Mm.
So, Whitney, being intentional to live our life to the fullest and not getting stuck in a rut, what are some of the things that we could do to handle that?
I think being intentional is really saying I love you much more. I think being intentional about what we're doing, how we're doing it. Are we really enjoying ourselves? Are we in the phone, or are we actually intentionally living in the moment? Are we enjoying the people around us and not being kind of taken into other thoughts? Just being intentional in the moment, aware and loving, and just letting other people know that you love them. Because again, as you mentioned, when somebody's on their deathbed,
And taking the time out to call people to see how they're doing.
I know I can do better at that.
I mean, you have 30 seconds
Mhm.
you can give someone.
maybe even a text.
But
I'm just saying, it
sometimes
could
they
be
really,
a level of intention,
But-
just to say I was thinking of you, and we can lead up to being better. Just
Yeah, because
it's
I don't
steps.
want my last memory to be. I like the text,
Yeah,
but I want to audibly hear
Yeah.
someone's voice. I do that for my friend girls.
Yeah.
I do call and check on them. I may not do it every week, but after we text or I haven't talked to them in
Yeah.
a minute, I pick up the phone because I want to hear a voice. And some of them, I'm like, okay, I need to put my eyes on you. I need to see you.
I can be more intentional in that. I think I can get unfortunately comfortable with seeing my friends on social media and in a group chat and we laughing, and it makes, sometimes it feels like this is a moment and we're together, but in real life you think, boy, I haven't seen you in 6 months. Like in real life, I haven't touched you in 6 months. So I think that I can definitely be more intentional with like nurturing those friendships and being more available and making it, my point to touch base.
And now my question is, because with intent falls on love languages in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So, as friend girls, do we have a love language with our friend
I
girls?
would believe so. I believe so. I know
Well,
that
we need to start incorporating it a little more.
and I think that's an intention. I don't think we ever maybe think about it. I do have more friends that are more into gifts, giving. I've never gotten into that with my friends. Maybe that's something we could do, of actually the gift giving, and they can incorporate that quality time too, as well as some type of affirmation and actually talking. And it doesn't have to be on a birthday. It doesn't have to be, and it's weird because I noticed with my friends, we actually were more intentional during COVID than in real life, because we're setting up Zoom calls for birthdays. That was more intention I feel like we have done for real in a while, because it was scheduled, we were there, we're all on the screen. So that was pretty, interesting how it took COVID to make us be a little bit more intentional.
So coming out of COVID,
can do better.
some of the good habits that we started or began during COVID, we need to, coming out
Keep
of
on doing
COVID,
it. Keep
we
on
need to
doing
keep
it.
on doing that.
Mhm.
And see, like COVID for me, like me and my friend girls, we go on trips for each other's birthday. So last year, little known fact, we went to the Wendy Williams show for my birthday, and I was the eye candy of the day in real life. Yeah, I'm fly in real life.
Well,
Don't-
okay.
Don't get it twisted. But however, that's what I wanted to do for my birthday.
Right, good.
So that's what we did.
Mhm.
And for one friend girl's birthday, we went to Atlanta. For
Mhm.
another friend girl's birthday one year, we went to Jamaica.
Yeah.
So
I think with my friends, it's not necessarily all the time the birthday. It can just be maybe a certain time. It may fall on someone's birthday time, but we have been, a little bit more intentional on actually going on trips out of the country as well. Last year we went to Chicago. It was lit. But things like that, and I think that's still that intention. Even if we don't talk every day, we're kind of meeting up to do something, and that's pretty big, to be with your friends in another country, living your best life.
yes. I just want to be able to, I know this is going to sound crazy.
Oh, I'm scared to know.
Yeah.
What?
But I got to get it to the point where I can be with my friends during the day,
Mhm.
but then at night I can get some.
So you trying to like switch these friend vacations to vacations at the end?
At the end.
Well, how big gonna be there?
Because this is the thing, you get to partying.
Yeah, and then you get the
And you get
feeling
some
away.
alcohol,
Oh, absolutely.
And you don't want to go back and hug no pillow.
You
You want to
don't.
go back and
Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe you should plan like a couples trip.
I don't want to be with
Oh, so he don't want to be okay. Well, just find one dope couple, right? Family member, somebody, y'all can do that, and get you a group
I
vacation.
don't know. So you go off during the day, and I go off during the day, and we do all of
And
our
we do
activities.
some day stuff together too.
No.
No, okay. Well, you just want the ding
Yeah.
at the end. Okay,
Because you know you get to drinking and you get loose and you know you get comfortable and relaxed and you know
then you start feeling away
yeah,
because the Hennessy start hitting in.
or Jamaican rum or whatever.
When it's Hennessy, you definitely want some.
And then that way you're killing two birds with one stone because you're putting in quality time with your girls and you're putting in quality time
With your man.
with your bae.
That's good. Okay. I'm here
That's
for
my
it.
thought process.
That's okay. So we're going to make sure that you have this couples trip 2021. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there for you
Yeah.
that it's going to be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I might back out by the time it's planned and all of that, but we're gonna see. But I want to continue to work on my 5 top needs for my man.
Hmm.
That way he can continue to work on the 5 top needs that I need.
Okay. He might get 3 right, but as long as he's working on them, you might only get 2 right. I mean, because it ain't gonna be perfect getting all those top 5. It's just the intention and the energy that he's putting in to try to make those things work for you.
And you
the
have to
same as
know
you.
what the top 5 are.
Mhm.
You have to
Yeah,
know,
because you have to tell, you have to say that. They can't like assume what the top 5 are, or what those things. And nobody can assume what you need. You do have to tell people
Yeah, you
that.
have to tell them. You have to tell them. You have to tell them. And family commitment is
That's one of them.
that's one of them. That's one for me. Yeah, and of course we know for them is sex.
This is so shallow. It's always the most basic thing for men. Just feed me, fuck me, and what else? Shut up. Feed me, fuck me, and shut the fuck up. Now that's messed up. That's
Yeah.
wrong.
It is wrong, but I think because they have to have a release, because we're givers, we're the receivers,
Literally. And
Literally.
Physically.
and they have to have a release.
Yeah. Okay.
It makes them, I don't know, feel better.
So
or
we take
whatnot.
on their energy. You see how
We
this
do.
all goes back to energy.
take on
So
their-
we
we
are the
can't-
we take on their
That's why
energy.
monogamy is important.
Because listen, you can't be giving her the energy, and then you come back and now we got about 4-5 people in the bed because there's so much energy and toxic stuff. No, we can't do that.
I mean, you coming home choking
and I gotta
and I'm
kill
like,
you.
where
Now I gotta
where that
kill
come
you.
from?
Now I gotta kill
Right, and will
you. Now I'm in jail, and I got a snap story. This is bad.
and
So
will.
don't do that. Keep
So-
your energy at home and in
Right.
your pants.
So monogamy is important. We've learned
Absolutely.
that. Energy is important.
Mhm.
And eliminating soul ties that have you
Acting crazy.
acting crazy is important.
I'm trying to release one now. Y'all just keep me lifted up in prayer.
Get some communion.
I need to go to church.
No,
Okay.
get some communion. No.
Yeah, I'm
I got
gonna reach out to my pastor.
I got some at the house.
Okay.
It's
Well,
already
is it blessed? Because I need to make sure that
it's al-
somebody
it's
already
al-
prayed
Yes,
over it.
it is. That's why I
Pray
said my
over this.
house.
I just can't
Look.
be taking in communion. I'm like, I don't know what Trisha done did to the damn communion. Now I'm acting more crazy because I done took on some
No.
of your energy
No.
and you and butter energy.
No, that's not gonna happen. But until next week, peace.
See ya.